Hey, what's up guys? It's Richard Oki here, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how you can make money with native ads and Clickbank. Okay, so as you can see right here, we have been making some good money with Clickbank over the past couple days. We've been running some big campaigns on native, and things are going well. And I'm going to show you exactly how we are essentially building out these campaigns in this video. It's going to be a watch me build video. It's a longer video than what I probably usually would do, but the main thing here is that I want to make sure you're getting as much value as possible so you can leave this video and go and build your own campaign. All right. Now, if you are interested in affiliate marketing and you want to take things to the next level beyond this video, make sure you check out the link in the description below for a free affiliate marketing training. Now, right now I'm inside of my Clickbank account, or our company Clickbank account, and what I first of all want to do is find an offer. Okay, so I'm going to head over to Marketplace inside of Clickbank. Just let this load up. And I'm looking at two screens right now, so if you see my head turn like that, because I have another screen up there. But let me just log in to the account. Awesome, so I'm logged in. All right, so I want to run a campaign, and for this watch me build, we're going to be focusing on diabetes because health is a very big niche on Clickbank, and you want to make sure that you are building out campaigns in profitable niches. All right, you can always target and run campaigns for niches that are very small, but it's easier to grab low-hanging fruit when the niche is big. All right, and some people are scared of competition, but I always see like that's more opportunity for me to scale. All right, now let's search diabetes. That's a specific sub-vertical that I want to find an offer in. All right, and I'm going to just sort this by gravity. All right, awesome. So we have this Hauki diabetes remedy. So that's one potential offer. All right, and then there's keto resources. We don't want that. We don't want that. So I'm looking for just the diabetes offers, right? So let's have a look here. So diabetes freedom, outrageous new blood sugar offer. All right, and what I like to do with Clickbank is I like to actually open up the offer pages, have a look at the VSL, and obviously in this video I'm not going to watch the whole VSL, but typically I would suggest that you watch the VSL because you want to know exactly what you're sending people to. All right, and the benefit of Clickbank is that these VSLs are designed for converting cold traffic, which means that as long as you're bringing in good quality traffic, even if they're cold traffic, if they get over to the VSL, they watch the VSL should be able to convert them. All right, but I do like to watch the VSL so I know and I get good understanding of how I can essentially adapt my campaign to fit the flow. All right, and you need to also understand the psychology and the mindset of your potential customer. All right, it's just basic marketing. So if you're too lazy to watch the VSLs, then you're not really getting into the mindset of your customer because you just don't know what the customer wants, or you don't know their pain points, their issues, so you can't really craft a profitable campaign if you have that lack of knowledge. All right, so I'm going to open up this one, Hauki diabetes, and I'm going to open up another one. So this diabetes freedom. So these are two very big offers in the diabetes niche on Clickbank. So if you're looking at running in diabetes, it's one of these two offers that you want to run. But let's have a look at the VSLs. So simple 60-second habit that reversed my wife's type 2 diabetes and melted 56 pounds of fat. All right, okay, cool. And then let's have a look at the other one. Green veggie causes diabetes type 2 in millions. So they're angling things very differently. One is angling it in the sense that this is like a hack that can kind of defeat diabetes. So if you go back to this one, yeah, this simple 60 second habit that reversed this person's wife's diabetes. So it's more of a hack type of VSL in terms of the angling, whereas the other one, you need to look at these subtle differences. The other one is geared towards talking about this specific veggie that's causing diabetes. So it's kind of framing it very different angling, which means that when you are driving traffic to these VSLs, you want to keep that level of consistency where possible. All right, and obviously once you've watched the VSLs, you will have even further knowledge of how this offer is trying to sell to the consumer, so you can pre-frame them to better consume the information in the VSL, which then means that you have a higher chance of converting that traffic. So let's have a look. So we're gonna run with, let's have a look. Another thing that I like to do with these offers is I actually have similar web extension. So you can't see it because the screen share doesn't provide that. But I just opened it up for this site, for this offer, and it doesn't show anything, which means that potentially there's not that much traffic. Let's look at the other one, How Key Diabetes. Okay, awesome. So I can see here that, oops, I'm scrolling down the wrong thing. Yeah, awesome. That the monthly visits on this offer at the moment is around 429,000 hits a month. There was a dip in terms of the traffic that was being sent through, but we can see that things are beginning to pick up once again. All right, so maybe towards the end of the year, most of the affiliates were moving towards maybe e-com type offers or something like that, who knows. All the offers stopped converting, but most likely because of the fact that things are picking up, it indicates that there is opportunity for people to make money. What I like to do here, and the reason why I'm looking at similar web, is because if I see a trend line that's just basically going vertical, I don't want to be the last person to the party. All right, but this one is good enough, and I like the fact that it's got like over 400,000 monthly hits. Don't think of that as that's more competition. Think of it as that's evidence of demand. All right, so we're gonna run with this offer to this How Key Diabetes. So if I scroll up, and let's have a look at some of the metrics on this one. So it's around $30 on average per sale, and it's rebill. So average rebill goes up to $140. All right, so big potential to make a lot of money with this particular offer. So now I've got the offer. The next thing I want to do is I actually want to go to Adplexity. And the reason why I go to Adplexity is because inside of Adplexity, I am able to essentially find affiliates that are currently running campaigns for this particular offer, and I can just essentially start scoping flows. And what that does is it gives me a head start when it comes to running a completely new campaign in a new niche. Like if I have experience with a niche, I don't really need to do spying because I know the angles that work, I know the mindset of the customer. When you're starting fresh, you want to make sure that you're tailoring things in the right way. So let me just log into Adplexity. Hopefully this works. It doesn't seem like it's working right now. I have to just refresh this page quickly. But yeah, I'm going to show you a little trick as well to find affiliate campaigns that are running for this exact offer inside of Adplexity. All right, a little ninja hack. But let's see if this actually works. Because right now it's taking a while to load up. All right, so whilst that's loading up, I'm actually just going to go back to the VSL, and I'm just going to copy. Right now you probably can't see it, but I'm copying the URL because we're going to need that for the Adplexity search. And right now this page is still loading up, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to exit that Adplexity page. I'm going to actually load it up on another browser in my second screen up here. I put in Adplexity. All right, so this is exactly the process that I would take when it's a completely new campaign. Obviously, I'm trying to take things as slow as possible just to make sure you clearly understand that you can replicate this process. But you see the numbers. This is the process that we take when it comes to running campaigns from scratch. All right, you need to build up certain levels of knowledge. You need to make sure you're running offers that have a good level of momentum in the trend line, and you need to have a focus on what specific sub niche you want to target. Right? You can't just say you want to do health, for example, because health is a very big niche, very broad niche. Therefore, you can do one offer that's maybe like diabetes, another offer that is maybe more geared towards just purely on weight loss. Very different consumer demand, very different customer base. So you need to make sure you're targeting a very tight sub segment in terms of like when you're approaching this. All right. So right now, Perplexity is actually just not working. I don't know if they have a bug on their site or something like that. So let's see if I can refresh that. But if Perplexity is not working, it's not a big deal. I've got plenty of videos on this channel and on my personal channel as well, where I walk you through how to use Perplexity. So we might have to just skip past that stage at this point. Otherwise, you're just going to be waiting for hours trying to get Perplexity to work, and we just don't have time for that. So what I'm going to do instead, luckily I already have some images ready for you guys when it comes to diabetes campaigns. And essentially, when it comes to diabetes campaigns, the images that tend to do very well are eggs. All right, so you might be thinking, you know, why do eggs work well with diabetes? It's because you know, if you have, you know, if you're diagnosed with diabetes, as far as I'm aware and from the research I've done, when it comes to types of foods that you're recommended to eat, egg is like one of the top food. Yeah, so if you have diabetes, you know, when you see an egg, you probably respond to the egg more than any other person, because that is maybe if you have a limited choice of foods and egg is like one on that list, then you're gonna see it more. All right, and don't get me wrong, the images that we use for this process are images that will stand out to anybody, but there's some level of resonance if you have diabetes, because that's one of the recommended foods that you should be eating. So I'm just gonna pull up my Canva account here. Let's have a look. All right, cool. So right now I have these dimensions, so 750 times 422. Depending on where you are running your native ads, like whatever traffic network you're running on, they may have different dimensions. All right, so it's very important that you match the dimensions to whatever the traffic network. But I'm just going to assume that this is going to work well for you. It's not a big deal to change it. In Canva, so Canva is canva.com. It's completely free. Obviously I use a paid account, but you can use it for free. You can just go ahead and just resize if you've done the sizing wrong, and it will just update. All right, but right now, okay, that's fine. And you can just update the sizing, but I'm not going to do that. So I've actually found these particular images from Perplexity. So earlier on today, I actually found these images, and these images, some of these images are getting like 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 100,000 hits in terms of like traffic. So people are running and scaling with these ad images for diabetes offers. And like I said before, is because there's some level of resonance with the egg, and people are capitalizing on that, which makes sense. So obviously I've just completely swiped these images. I would recommend that you use these images for inspiration, just because if you're using the same images as somebody else who's bought a lot of traffic, then most likely that that people have been burnt out seeing the same image again. All right, obviously with native traffic, there's so much traffic available that burnout really doesn't really happen that much. I would say maybe after 6 months you start to see burnout, but still you always want to get an edge when it comes to CPA marketing. You always want to stay in your own lane to a certain extent. If you just copy, you're always going to remain behind. All right, and your aim should be on getting to the forefront. So just going to add these images in real quick. All right. Alright, and the images, again, like with native ads, the images are very powerful. Alright, so the images drive people to stop what they're doing. Alright, and this is why native ads, you're getting images that look like this, right? Because people are like, what the heck is that? And that's all, you know, the images are mainly designed for, all right? And there's some level of resonance, because when they see the ad copy, there is, the ad copy is driving the click, because it's talking about, you know, this crazy trick or crazy hack, whatever it is, that cures diabetes. Doctors are stunned, you know, and it's that sort of ad copy that does really well with native ads, all right? You know, because people are curious. You're driving them from reading this amazing article, and they're excited. They're reading something that's really good. And you're driving them to move on to a different site. So for you to get that interaction, you need to, you know, get them to feel some type of way, if that makes sense. So cool. So we've got this image, got this second one. Let's put this one. And when you're going through this process, you know, use this for inspiration. Like if you can afford a spy tool, like I know not everybody can afford a spy tool, especially when you're first starting out. You know, just I'll let you know, with diabetes, eggs do well, like, as you can see. But use this for inspiration. Try to like put your own spin on things where possible. But when you're starting out, you're better off kind of like following the lead of people more experienced than you, just so that you're not testing things that you have no idea will ever have a chance of winning. You know, because you're getting a head start from the spy tool, right? So let's put this image there. And these images, you know, they all provoke some level of curiosity, right? So you're looking at this image and you're like, what's going on here? Like, what's this? Why is there an egg with just a yolk? Like, it just looks like it just has the egg yolk inside, which is a bit weird. And why is this person holding it? So many questions. But at the same time, there's like, what you need to have when you're looking at, when it comes to images, is you need congruency in terms of like eggs, diabetes. So subconsciously that is congruent, and you need some incongruency, if that's the right word, because you're like, why is this person holding an egg? Like, but that incongruency is a perfect blend of the congruency. So you don't want to have just a completely random thing when it comes to running your campaign. That's a bit of insight, all right? You don't want to have something that's completely nothing to do with the campaign. You need to have something that can, if you look at it from this way or this angle, okay, that makes sense, all right? So when there's like, you know, people with, if you see like an image of like, I don't know, a foot on a native campaign that has an onion beside it, and then they're promoting something around like maybe like body cream or body odor or something like that, then you see the level of congruency, but instinctively you're just like, what the heck is this person doing? But yeah, so this is all very like, you know, deep psychology stuff, but if you want to get really serious with CPA marketing, then you need to think on that level to play with the super affiliates. So we have a couple images. I'm just going to stick with these 5. Let me just remove this one and add one more, and we can just run this one. And each of these images, they're enough to make people stop and just think like, what is going on? Like this one is just, it just looks nasty. But yeah, I think this one, I'm not sure if I got this from a spy tool, if I just found it on a cooking site. But either way, it just looks a little bit weird, and that's what we want. So we have our images now. I'm gonna just make sure these images are saved. Just save these images. And once we have the images saved and the images are ready, the next thing we want to do is head into, I'll just save, should I save it in there? No, I won't save it in there. Yeah, save. So I'm gonna call this CV. Cool, so we have the images now, and And then the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure you've got a landing page, right? You need to have a landing page when you run your offers. So I'm actually going to just jump into this. All right, so this is a basic, very, very basic structure for you to have for your landing page. Headline, a bit of copy, an image, ideally an image that resonates with the ad, and then you have button copy. All right, so in this case, because you were doing Clickbank, I can just start right here. So button copy will be watch video now, exclamation mark, and image. You can just find any random image of an egg, I guess. So where's everything I just saved? Let's go down here. Okay, so I'm just trying to find the images that I just saved because they just wanted to disappear on me. Alright, I can't find those images, so I'm just gonna find something else. Yeah, just put this. This is fine. Alright, so we've got the image for the lander. I'm just going to add this to the lander now. And now when it comes to copy, so the headline copy and also the actual text copy on the lander, a very easy trick that you can use is you can just head over to the affiliate page. Just open up the affiliate page. And what I like to do is I actually like to grab copy from the affiliate page. All right, so I actually like to head over here. You need to log in. Once you've logged in, it's very just easy. Just sign up in 2 seconds. So I'm just gonna put give me access, and I'm just gonna grab copy from here. Because these people these advertisers spend all their time, making good copy. So why not just use this? So where do you want to go? And obviously the copy in their banners and stuff link directly to the VSL. So it's a good bridge to have this type of copy on your lander. So 60-second habit reverses diabetes. I like that one. Let's use that. I want to move this down a bit. And obviously when I'm running a real campaign, obviously this is just the dummy campaign, but if I was running a real campaign, I would spend a lot more time to make this look a bit better, but it's all good for now. I'm sure you're going to spend a lot of time making this look pretty, but right now it doesn't matter. So 60-second habit reverses diabetes. Oops. Reverses. Yeah. Diabetes. That's spelled out right? Doesn't look right. Is that how you spell diabetes? Let's have a look and see if that's spelled correctly. Diabetes. I think that is correct. Yeah. I'm a genius. Now, there's some additional copy that you want to have on your page as well. And the reason for this is because, it's kind of counterintuitive to have additional copy when you think that your only goal is to just drive traffic to the VSL. Now, you need to remember that this traffic is coming cold, so they're gonna see your land and be like, what is going on? What is this? they need to have some additional context, because some people are going to take a second to pause, and you don't want to just focus on just driving clicks. Sometimes you need to warm that traffic up before they get to the VSL a little bit. And what I typically do is, a lot of these affiliate offers have like articles. So I don't know if these guys have one, but we can take a look. Okay, no, not that. Email swipes. So we can even grab a copy from the email swipe. So let me see if I can just download one of the swipes. Let's see. So, this is exactly what we want to be swiping from this campaign. So, wait before you go to bed tonight. Do this one stupidly simple Greek ritual to reverse your diabetes. And this is good copy that you can grab for your landing page. And you can even do split tests. You can test out like a lander with that copy, lander with a bit of this copy. Maybe not the question, but just like up to this. Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, so we're just gonna go with the first one. I'm just gonna grab some parts of this. Let's do it. Also, what I would suggest when it comes to native, potentially what you could do as well is when on your images, you can put like a play button or something like that. That's another option that you could do, and make the image like a URL that you can click through. But it's not really a necessity. That's really if you're struggling to get a good CTR on the lander, you can boost it like that. So I wouldn't suggest that's your initial test. I wouldn't say it's something that you should do straight away. But yeah, so before you go to bed tonight, do this one stupidly simple Greek ritual to reverse your diabetes. And then we can make this smaller. This is way too big. It's like when we don't care about the image that much. Alright, we care about a bit more than that. Alright, that's decent. Maybe 500 is perfect. Yeah, that's perfect, I'd say. Cool. Obviously you made this button a bit better. That button looks a bit crap right now. But it's just an example, so you can spend time, like I said before, making this stuff look much more beautiful, elegant. But right now, I don't care about that. Just gonna focus on the fundamentals, because you can replicate the fundamentals. And then all the little stuff that doesn't really make a difference, you can do that in your own time. And what I could even grab some more copy actually. So yeah, I want to show you something smart as well. So actually, I'm gonna look at that copy again. Yeah, cool. So what you could do with this one is, but again, your landers, you want to split test your landers as well. But what I would personally do with this is, after the copy, first bit of copy, again, I'm replicating the email. The email had a link after. So it said watch video now, and then have a bit more copy here. Right? And then there'll be another button. Rather than enjoy, to watch video now, and that's a button. And in between this button and that, we can have the image. Alright? It's a bit of a funky layout if you aren't used to it, but split test. If it works, it works. It doesn't matter. You don't need to do things that are just conventional. Obviously, again, I'll make this look better, but if it does the job, it does the job. And you can just split test with just that headline. You can split test with a structure like this, where you've got like initial bit of copy, you've got a call to action button, you've got an image, and then you've got additional copy, and then you have another call to action button. All right, because that person is going to be confused. This image is a pattern disruptor, right? So it stops them. It's like, what's going on? I'm curious. I want to click through. All right, but at the same time, they are being sold by the potential of the offer, because you've got good copy in there. You didn't just like force them to click through to VSL. You're actually trying to generate a sell with this, right? Because remember, when you're running Clickbank offers, you're selling in most cases. Well, all cases is CPS. So you need to make sure that people are primed to purchase, and you are part of that process. You can't just rely 100% on the VSL. You need to make sure you do some priming too by bringing in good traffic. So, you know, you can run this as a lander. Obviously, I'd put in my affiliate links here. So I'd select that, select set action, and I'd put in, you know, www.offer URL. If you're using a tracker like Volume, you put in your click URL there, and the same thing for the other button. Here. Nope, clicking the wrong button. Alright, and then you put in www. Obviously, you don't actually just put this in literally, you put in your offer URL just to make sure, just in case anybody tries to write that down. If you put in www.offer URL, you're not going to make any money, alright? And they're not going to go to the offer, so don't be that silly. But I now have to just make sure that I warn people just in case. Alright, so we have our lander set up. So the next thing is, and a very exciting thing to do now, is we're going to head into Volume and we're going to set up the actual native campaign. So pretty fast process. I'm going to walk you through how we typically. Okay, so oops, I will just put in workspace, private, initial, doesn't really matter, and then I'd put in Halki diabetes and destination flow URL. So this is your lander. So I'd go into ClickFunnels. If I'm using ClickFunnels, if I'm using HTML lander, I'll just put my lander URL. So https://www.landerurl.com. So this isn't the affiliate link. This is your lander URL for your bridge page. You know, you're not direct linking, so this is your lander URL. And then for advertiser domain, that's your, you know, this has been taken from the advertiser, all right, directly. So if I go to the advertiser page, whoops, this one, this page, the URL, I just place that there because that is the, you know, that's what I just put in. That's how I set it up. And then boom, that is pretty much it, ready to go. HTTP stuff, I think it's fine. And I've set frequency capping to 3, at least initially, just so that, you know, there's enough traffic coming through, but at the same time, I'm not, you know, being too aggressive. Go ahead and press next. Select the geo. I want to run this, for example, in the US. Obviously, when you're running your campaign, choose whatever geo you feel comfortable running. Select an ad exchange. This is very, very important. And a good thing with Volume DSP, it tells you where you could potentially place, depending on the type of offer. So we can see this is nutrition, another nutrition, another nutrition, and this is health. That's probably the most in line, and this is also health. So rev content is health as well. And then this Viber is got health traffic too. So we could just select all the health ones, boom, boom, and boom. But typically I would say per campaign, run 1 ad exchange, just so that you don't overcomplicate your data. Your data stays kind of like very isolated and it's easier to read. So let's say I was just to select, I don't know, placement that's doing health, like Nativo, save changes. And I'd also recommend reaching out to Volume's team to get advice on the type of offer you're running. They may be able to give you some support in terms of like where you can get the most for your buck. Then source type, you can leave as all, or you can just select like in-app or web, depending on where you prefer to search. You know, you can leave as all and just collect data. I would say that I recommend that you do that initially, just so you can collect some data on the campaign. You can figure out if this is suitable. So maximum bid. Also another thing that's super important. So if I go back here, this is a first price auction. So what a first price auction means is if you're bidding against somebody who bids, I don't know, let's say the bid price is currently like 0.2 cents, and you don't know what the other person's bidding, so you think, you know, you're not getting enough traffic, so you decide I'm gonna bid 0.35. all right, you're gonna pay 0.35 for every click that comes through. Okay, whereas if it was second price auction, what would happen is if the person has 0.2 and you bid 0.35, because you bidded higher, you will only be charged an additional, I think it's like 1 cent, so your bid price would actually be 0.21. all right, so if you do first price auctions, you need to be very closely monitoring, you know, your spend. Typically first price auction traffic sources have better traffic, but you need to do a lot more monitoring to make sure you're not just losing your entire budget. So if I scroll down here, you know, you can select one device type as well. That's what I would suggest. Let's say it's just mobile. All operating systems, all connection types for now. And again, you know, the reason why I leave it as all for all of this is so you can see recommended 1.15 to I will usually try and start low, so I'll put like 2. And see if I get traffic. If I don't get traffic, then I'd increase and just start from the bottom, as opposed to starting high and you don't get anything, and you get too much traffic but you don't know what the bid price you're competing against is. But that's just personal preference. I know a lot of affiliates that just go for the highest, but I'm still watching the pennies, man. Go watch the pennies. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this right now. Oh yeah, daily budgets. You can set a budget, so you don't want to do unlimited unless you got that crazy though. So daily budget, you can just put that at whatever you feel comfortable with. Let's say it was 100. Yeah, so that can be it. Spend strategy, you don't want to do ASAP, you want that to be smooth. Let me see if there's anything else I might have missed out. Nope, all good. And then next, and then here's where you upload your creatives. So we upload all the creatives that we've made for the campaign. We'll upload them all here. And as you can see, you put in all the headlines. So let me see if I have any headlines for this particular offer. I think I do have a file with some of the headlines that I would use, but let me just pull it up on my other screen here, because since Adplexity doesn't want to work right now. But yeah, there's a similar structure when it comes to, like, especially promoting Clickbank offers on native, that you're going to see, especially when you use the spy tool. But you need to make sure that, as I said before, depending on the sub-vertical that you're running campaigns that are always specific to that vertical, and you don't just assume because it's health related, you can run the exact same thing on another health related offer, because weight loss, someone that's suffering with diabetes, very different pain points and very different solutions that are presented. So you need to have a very different campaign. Alright, so let me just pull up a few things here. Okay. So whilst I'm loading up some headlines, this is where I just upload the main images, and this is where you get some insight in terms of the sizing for the images, because different ad exchanges have different size requirements. So let's have a look here. Diabetes. Okay, so I'm just going to upload it. I don't know if this will work because I don't think the sizing is right for the ad exchange, but yeah, it's not right. So for Nativo, it's a minimum of 1,200 by 675, or minimum 750 by 422. All right, and I can see these images just don't fit with that, with the ad exchange. So what I need to do is I need to go back into Canva and make sure that my images match those size requirements, and then I need to re-upload. Obviously, I'm not going to do that right now, but that just gives you insight. If you ever see that, don't panic. That's all you need to do. You just need to update the sizing for the images. And in terms of like the ad headlines, let's just run through some real quick. So because this is diabetes, you need to understand like the pain points of somebody who has diabetes, right? If you have diabetes, then you're gonna say stuff like struggling, and I'd capitalize each word. Struggling with diabetes. Okay. So you get warnings as well. I think the copy is a bit too long. Let's see, yeah. So if you write, okay, so watch. Yeah, cool. So watch video, struggling with diabetes, watch video. So for this particular ad exchange, they don't want you to write that much copy. So you're very limited in terms of what you can write. But that's also a good thing at the same time, because you have to be very straight to the point, straight to the pain point. Some other copy that you could do, and this is all just coming from the cuff, like this is, I've no copy anywhere, like my sheet of all the copy that I've created is not working right now. So another one could be so you can have one like that. Doctors stun, diabetes solved in 60s. So that indicates 60 seconds. Big pharma doesn't. You need to make sure you make diabetes. So diabetes cure, big pharma company secret. I want to write companies, but I'm not sure if there's enough space. Let's see, nah. I can put. That's a nice bit of wording. Oh, too many characters. Diabetes. Diabetes cure, big companies, little secret. That would have been good, but it's not enough space. And yeah, you essentially want to get to the point where you have, at least starting out, maybe 10 to 15 variations on the headline. You put in at least 5 to 10 images that you want to rotate, and you will start to collect data. You'll see which headlines are getting you conversions, which creators are getting you conversions, and again, obviously, which placements within the traffic exchange that you're getting conversions from too. And native ads is all about optimization. So when you're running your campaigns, your focus is shifting all towards optimization, removing all this bad stuff and scaling the good stuff. And you can make some good money with native. It's really that simple. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out the link in the description below for some additional affiliate marketing training. It's completely free because our goal is to help raise up a new generation of affiliate marketers who understand this stuff. And it's not just about you just finding a little hack that just works for one day and doesn't work again. The main thing here is teaching the fundamentals of affiliate marketing, because it's like giving somebody a fish. You know, you feed them for a day, you teach them how to fish, you feed them for life. Same thing applies with affiliate marketing. If you understand the core concepts that make this industry work, this multi-billion-dollar industry, then you will be successful. So make sure you check out the link in the description below. This was Richard Oki. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, drop a comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.